What's up? What's up? What's up, Solar Warriors? What's up, Solar Warriors? Today is Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. My name is Jarrett McAllister, the virtual Solar Pro. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit this notification bell so you get updated on all these videos. Like the video, it helps out with the algorithm, and then share it with your fellow solarpreneurs. We are not streaming on live on Facebook because Meta decided to shut down Zoom and easy access and made it all confusing. And I am nowhere technically inclined to figure that shit out. With that being said, I'm kind of rocking, I'm not going to say solo today because, you know, I have all of you guys, but my man Tom Cotter is out on a field trip with his family, or at least I think that's what he said in the text message why he couldn't be here today. So no Tom Cotter today. But I do have the Branasso twins here. I got Mr. Chris Branasso.
What's up, everyone?
How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you, brother. And super excited for today's training. You actually have one of your top reps in your organization here today, Mr. Julian Todd-Borden. How do you say it? It's
Julian Todd-Borden. Yep.
Borden. God, I don't know why I keep saying Edelman. Julian Todd-Borden. YouTube extraordinaire superstar, Mr. Social Media. He's going to come on here today, talk about how he generates all these leads online. And I know you guys are going to be loving to hear that. I also have Mr. Jonathan Branasso, the not so good looking twin, down here in the chat. What's up, Jonathan? Are you here?
Yeah, that's right. Good morning. Cynthia and I will be presenting to a room full of realtors here at 11 a.m. It'll be streamed on Facebook. So I'll be headed to that in a few minutes, but excited for Power Day this Saturday in Pasadena. We'll get into more of that. But yeah, this is going to be a great training today. Have a good one.
Very cool. Very cool, man. Let's kick this thing off like we do every single week. Success stories. If you are new to Power, if you're crushing sales, if you're helping homeowners, building your team, and your name's not Bill Connolly, go ahead, raise your hand. I want to hear from you. Put it in the chat. We'll do 2 or 3 of these because we have a packed show for you today. Miss Tracy Canoni, for Mrs. should I say, because I know her husband's Zach. What's up, Tracy? How you doing, darling?
Hey, good morning, everyone. I do just want to give a shout out to Cynthia. I used her slides last week for a realtor group. Amazing turnout. They were so engaged. Love the slides. Very interactive. Just want to give a shout out to you, girl. I'm looking forward to you guys' presentation, so I'll be on that Zoom call with you.
Beautiful. Love it. Team, sharing, helping each other. That's what we do over here at Power, helping each other thrive and succeed. And then Tracy, I'm excited. We have a call mañana with an ADU company who is looking to join Power. You want to tell everybody about that meeting really quick and how you found them?
Yeah, actually, we had a visitors meeting in my BNI group last week. There was an ADU contractor there. I kind of approached him, see if he was interested in solar. He was saying, actually, I already have somebody that I was about to sign a contract with. I said, hold on, put on the brakes. Let me and my team talk to you first to see, you know, how maybe we can differ from the other company. So he's all excited. So we're going to meet with him tomorrow and hopefully get him on board.
Love it. Absolutely. Power Enterprise is such an amazing product and software as a service that we're able to offer companies like ADUs to be able to, for them to offer solar to their clients and expand their business. So looking forward to that call. Any other success stories? If you want to throw one up there, I want to give a quick shout out to the newest member of the team, Mitch Hamilton. He found me on LinkedIn, said, Jarrett, I want to join Power. Love what you guys are doing over there. He came in, he's a total solar pro, and right off the bat, had like 5, 6 deals ready to go. Him and I did our his first deal together. It was like an 18 kW out in Arizona. It was actually an add-on to an existing system. Think about that. This guy had a $700 a month bill, and he already had like a 12, 14 kilowatt size system already. Luckily, he has the roof space. We got him down to $300 a month, or $290 from $700. Huge savings. He's super stoked. And Mitch would be on this call, but he's actually pitching a 22 kW in Arizona right now. So he's taking action. Newest member of the team. Welcome, Mitch. Great job. Absolutely freaking crushing it. All right. Sanea, did I say that right?
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to shout out to, I wanted to just tell you my win. I recruited a new person, my first person this week. So I'm super excited about that. And then I'm giving a proposal to 3 people just all this week. And it's all exciting. So it's all coming together and I'm super excited.
Awesome. Sanea, where are you located?
I'm in Houston.
Okay. Texas
Houston,
market.
Texas. Yep. Texas.
Beautiful. And then if I can ask you a follow-up question, how did you come across these homeowners that you're going to be presenting to this week?
Yeah, so he is actually friend of friend. So I've met him at one of my friend's house, and he's also their friend. And we've met a couple times together, but we've never really connected. And then last time when we met, that was about 3 weeks ago, I just happened to mention that, what I help people, people with solar panels. And if anybody needs solar, let us know. And then he reached out to me with himself, his cousin, and his business partner. All of them want to go solar together, and they were talking, and they all want to go with somebody together. So he's like, if I like you, I'm gonna talk to other 2 as well, and then I already have their bills as well. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So
Beautiful, beautiful. So that came from just being out and about, telling people what you do for a living. And, the leads just came naturally, and he wanted to bring his family and his cousins and his friends too. It's like this solar thing, saving money, getting off the grid. It's like this crazy trend fad that's taking off right now.
And I just joined BNI literally last week. So I'm also looking forward to, presenting at BNI and getting more stuff there. So really looking forward to all that coming together before this summer.
Great job. Sanea, don't be a stranger. I'd love to hear how all those presentations went. So great job. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right. Any last ones? Otherwise, we will move on. Looks like some people are giving you some mad love in the chat. And like I said, we have a jam-packed show, so let's just move straight on. Really quick, I would like to highlight an event, or events actually, that are going to be going on this week. This Saturday is Powur Day. So if you go to powurcalendar.com, you can always see all of our events, but specifically this Saturday, we are going to have Powur Day. This is a special day where people come live in person. They learn about Powur. They learn about the career opportunity. There's some training involved for new people, and it's a great way for us to connect in person. There's one in Arizona, San Diego, Carlsbad. Out in the East Coast, you have the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, the DMV. But one specifically I'd like to highlight is here in Southern California, where John Bobness and Jonathan Bernasso are going to be hosting a Powur Day with a couple killer guest speakers. We have legend Danny Pesci in the house, along with Brian, Brian Kim, who's literally like, what's it say here? Director of Channel Marketing and Partnerships for Hanwha Q-Cells North America. You guys, these are heavy hitters, and they're going to be live in person on Saturday. This one is in Pasadena. So it starts Saturday, May 11th. Check-in is at 9. Event starts at 10. So you can find this and all the other ones at powurcalendar.com. One last housekeeping item I want to let everybody aware of. We heard you. They heard us. If you checked your weekly newsletter, which you should be reading every single week, tells you what's going on with the company, you will see Everbright is back in California market for self-consumption. We love Sonova over here, and Sonova has rate guard. It's just not ready yet, in my opinion, and some others. It'll get there, but until that happens, we are now. Bud wanted to give a shout out to Jordan Shaw, myself, and Bernasso for making that happen. So you can now offer Everbright in California again. So just a little housekeeping there. With that said, man, this might be the fastest we've ever gotten to our guests. We're only 15 past the hour. This is incredible. So today's training, we have a special guest. This guy is a fucking rock star on social media, man. If you look up solar on YouTube, you're going to find this guy. His videos are going to populate. I believe he has 11,000 subscribers on his channel. Some of his videos actually have like, 30, 40, 50,000 views. He generates leads from them. He's a top producer here with Powur. And that is Mr. Julian Todd-Borden. Julian, you with us, brother? He is.
All right. Me?
You can, dude. What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
It's going. Yeah, it's we're figuring the market back out. I think it's been a little rough for a while, but I think it's coming back, and the demand, I hope, is picking up for everyone else a little bit, because it is over here at least.
It is. It is. So where are you located? Are you in California?
Yeah, I'm in San Diego.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, can we even say that the market actually left, or did people just get scared, high interest rates? Because San Diego, I mean, if anybody's ever worked that territory, is like one of the top 3 most expensive markets in the United States. You could have 20% interest rates and the numbers would still work out in San Diego. But do you primarily market and do business in San Diego, or are you all over the country?
I don't even really I don't really do any targeted advertising. I know that everyone is into paid ads, buying leads. I don't even advertise. I just make videos and I let the algorithm push it, and hopefully it's quality enough to be at the top. The whole idea is that it's kind of like the Google SEO, but with YouTube. YouTube is always just pushing the best piece of content. It's not about who's giving YouTube money like it is to get on like the first page of Google. So it's kind of like what Gary Vee says, which is like, it's up to your creative ability to just make the best piece of content. It's, in some ways it's harder because you're literally competing against every other person. But if you can kind of figure it out, you can end up not spending a ton of money in order to create leads, which I think the whole industry right now is trying to figure out how to bring lead cost acquisition down.
Absolutely, man. Let me go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. I have your YouTube channel right here. Dude, you're absolutely crushing it. 11,000 subscribers. I was looking at, dude, the Tesla Powerwall 3 video is killing it. 36,000.
That's the best video I've ever done in terms of like instant views. That one went pretty viral, at least within the solar space. So yeah, I mean, over 1,000 views a day. I mean, that one video alone has probably given us 50 to 60 leads just right there. So,
you know what I've noticed is actually battery videos do extremely well on my YouTube channel, which is nowhere near the size of yours. My most viewed video is with Spencer from Enphase talking about the 5P battery. It outshined 1000x versus any other video. And it's probably due to the market and where we're at and batteries.
People like product videos, people like comparison videos. Like I always just try to reverse engineer this stuff to think, like, if I was in the market and I didn't know anything about solar, what would be a great guide to stumble upon to help? And so I've just literally tried to reverse engineer this. Like, my mindset has always been, you know, if you're going to sit down and help your parents go solar, like, what would you tell them? Well, I don't know why you'd be telling anyone else anything other than what you'd be telling your own parents. If you're giving people advice that you wouldn't, like I said, give to yourself, then you're kind of crooked in this industry, and you know, like we already have a sketchy reputation. So I'm just trying to shine the light on the BS and help people understand the truth, because solar, as you said, sells itself. It's a no-brainer, especially in markets like San Diego. And I think that the main reason why a lot of people don't want to go solar is because they're fearful of, you know, a lot of the BS stories and you know, getting ripped off by some, you know, 3% escalation, you know, escalator PPA, you know, like whatever. There's all these ways that people realize after the fact that they've been bamboozled. And so I'm just trying to do everything I can to put it all out in the limelight, so I don't get resistance, you know, from people when I'm trying to sell my own deals. That's all this is.
Dude, you nailed it. When you speak the truth, right? People see it, they recognize it, they appreciate it, and you earn their trust. And people buy from people who they like and trust. Real quick, before I, you know, take my screen off, just want to let you know you got one more subscriber, dude. That's me. So
Oh.
you got it there. So let's talk about your social media journey. You mentioned Gary V. Is he the one that like inspired you to kind of do this or start off?
Yeah, I mean, ironically, I kind of feel like he has been repeating himself for 6 years straight. And I heard that it said the same thing that we could all watch on YouTube a million times. But yeah, like I saw that same lecture like 7 years ago. And he was just like, put your best stuff out there. Don't try to sell it. Just put your best stuff out there. And for me, being in the market of being in the business of generating business and selling solar, you know, I'm not trying to sell them like a $20 guide or whatever. So like I am just trying to put my best stuff out there so I can gain their trust, and then they call me, because we all know that like we can all find good closers. Like they're a dime a dozen. Like you know, a good closer, 1/3 closing ratio, quarter. Sometimes you have a good month, you're closing half the deals or whatever. Like there's a lot of people that can do that. But how many people are going and creating consistently warm leads? And that is a challenge in itself that I've tried to focus on the last few years through basically just putting myself out there on the second largest search platform in the world, which is YouTube.
What's number one? Is it just Google?
Yeah, but Google's a pay to play. You have to SEO it, and it's, you know, it's a super mature thing. Like people have been at that for 18 years, right?
Sure.
So YouTube it's not super new in comparison, but they have to constantly cycle the content, because you know they have to keep it fresh. So it helps. It's not a disadvantage to start now.
No, it's not. And you know, we actually just saw Gary V at SolarCon, and he did his, you know, 10-year pitch, same thing, but it's because it's so true.
It's super true. Yeah,
it is. It's like even if you haven't started yet, it's not too late to get.
Yeah, like I don't want to mess up. I don't want to like give all my secrets and expose the game here, but like there's literally 4 of us doing what I do online. There's 1,000, there's like 10,000 people knocking doors, and there's like 4 people on YouTube. So like it's a pretty open market. Like it's an open sea to go get it. Like yeah, I don't know. I don't know why more people aren't playing the game I'm playing, because to me it just makes perfect sense to like, why knock on a door and get in front of one person like every 3 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever? Like, how many people can you talk to in a day if you knock on doors? Like maybe 60, 100, like if you're a go-getter. But like I'm getting 1,000 views on YouTube a day, and I'm just sitting in my garage talking to people on the phone. So I'm having that work for me. I don't have a whole door knocking team. Like YouTube is doing it for me.
I would think, like, if you were to ask me, why don't people do this, right? Like, what's their hurdle? What's their mental block? I would say it's probably ignorance, in the sense that they don't know how to do it, right? So is it hard to post on YouTube? Is it difficult? Does it take a lot of tools, money? Talk about that.
I mean, I like my first ever video is like an Enphase versus SolarEdge video that I just filmed on my phone, and I kept getting like the comment of, hey, the audio is really bad. The audio is really bad. So then I learned, okay, I need like a better microphone, and then I got a mic, and then, you know, then I moved to a real camera versus an iPhone, you know, and then, you know, you get a tripod, and then you get a nicer tripod, and then you get lights, and then, you know, you get background stuff, and then you know, you get a second camera now because you want this other lens. Like, so it's a slow buildup, but like literally, if you have a phone, that's all you need to post your first video. Because like everyone's worried about the production quality, and the production quality has to be good enough, but the content quality is what no one seems to really focus on. They want to like create some flashy graphic, but then it's like some little cheesy sales line that doesn't really add any value to anyone's life. So like I just get up there and explain it, and I feel like people appreciate just the education more than the flashy editing, which I don't think that really matters. So just be yourself. Like literally, it's just building trust with it. It's like the Jordan Belfort the straight line. Like I'm gonna butcher it and forget all the steps, but he's like, you got to be sharp as a tack. You got to know your stuff, and you have to make them know that you have their best interest in mind. And like as long as you have those few things, it's like that's 95% of the sale done right there.
Yeah, seriously, you know, authenticity really works. You know, and listen, I'll even be honest. I even get caught up in it sometimes of like, oh shoot, this is in the background here, or oh man, I had a stain on my shirt or something like that. People, I would say it's actually the reverse. It doesn't need to be perfect. The more authentic you can be, the better results you get. It doesn't matter if you got a pimple on your face, or if you sound plugged up, or if you mess up a word or a line. People go, oh, this guy's fucking real. He's like legit.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to get up on video to like, you know, be a model, or like, you know, I'm not, that's not what I'm there for. I'm giving them solar information. So like, if, you know, if they don't like me on video enough, then like they're not going to call me anyways, and it doesn't even matter. So, you know, you're gonna put yourself out there. The people that like you are gonna call you, and then you have naturally already filtered out all of the people that you were like pushing out the door to even like get an appointment. Like all that resistance doesn't even exist with my model, because if they had any resistance, they didn't even call. Some people would say, well, you know, you're letting opportunities go, but the only ones coming in are like down to actually work with you, and they actually respect you from the beginning. So it just makes everything easy. So it's about the initial approach.
Absolutely. So let's talk about some of the like tools that you use. Someone in the chat already asked, like, do you use editing software? I could see how that could be like maybe a hesitation for people who are like, I don't know how to do, you know, edit videos. Like, do you edit your videos? Did you edit them in the beginning?
Yeah, so everyone's like shocked when I say this, but still to this day, I edit on iMovie. Like literally, it's so you can learn iMovie in like 2 days. It's super easy. It's made for like a kid to get on there and drop and drag a video in. If you just put it up on your I mean, I don't know if everyone has a Mac, but like I'm using like a Mac Pro, or I had to buy a Mac Studio actually, because that's actually a tool if you want to talk about it. I had an iMac and it kept crashing on me because the files were too big. So I had to buy like the $6,000 Mac Studio computer to edit. That is something that I did have to invest in, but still I'm only using iMovie because I just don't really feel like the graphics and stuff are that important. And I feel like some people get turned off when you spend too much energy on that. It's like, oh, like why is this guy spending all this time trying to get some graphic when he could have just given me the information? So that's more my goal.
Sure. Now you invested $6,000 into, you know, your computer. You don't have to do that in the beginning, I would guess. I mean, you could probably do it on could you do it on a PC, or do you have to have a Mac?
I don't know about, I mean, I don't think iMovie works on Microsoft, but yeah, I mean, as long as you're not editing videos that are more than like 20-25 minutes, a decent computer should be able to do it. Once you get into like the 45 minutes, an hour plus range of footage, now like a normal computer is going to kind of struggle, I think. So you may just need a little bit of a more powerful chip at that point.
Cool. Well, that's good to know that most people can use, you know, they can start off small,
Yeah.
reinvest into your business.
Yeah.
You don't need to start. And I wouldn't recommend anybody starting off investing all this money into it in the beginning anyways, because who knows, you might hate producing content. Right now you've invested all this money and time and you're like, shit, why did I even do that?
No, I would say don't spend any money at all at first. Like maybe if you need to go get like a $50 little microphone that connects to your phone so you can be clear, that's That's it. Like literally hold your phone and have your little microphone and be interesting. Actually focus on, like, a lot of people don't realize or maybe think about like the prep work before the video. I spend 75% of a video sitting and writing stuff. It's prepping. It's mentally like figuring, it's like it's ahead of time ingraining in my mind what I'm even going to say. The filming is like an hour. That's easy. I just set it up, film it real fast, done. And then I, however long it takes to edit it, that kind of takes a while because I get busy. But most of the time is just thinking stuff out. What do people need to know? Like, what are the questions that I'm getting asked in my real consultations? Like brainstorming like the most pressing bits of information that need to be shared, like in the current moment. That's what I'm spending most of my time figuring out. Yeah. What am I even going to talk about? The filming is like, it's like super fast. It's easy.
And then, so you said that I mean, it sounds like you kind of do it all yourself. Do you have a team that you use?
I have a full-time assistant. He does all my lead intakes. So like we'll get calls in, emails in. He is basically doing the initial calls. I also have recruited, well, they're not really my teammates. It's just they're my partners, my closing partners. So like I close a lot in California, but then we have like 15 guys around the country that we send other leads to, and then we have like split deals with them, like the same deal like with Powur. Like it's I'll put it in as the seller, and then I have like the tier 3 closing it. We split it, and then I have Cody, my assistant, basically just doing all the initial calls and sending them out to all of those closers. So like that's a little bit on, yeah, that's being worked out for me. But I'm doing all the like creative, all the video making, still closing my own deals in California.
Cool, man. And then, so, I mean, like I said, dude, you have 11,000 subscribers, which is pretty good, man. For someone who has a YouTube channel and trying to get to his first K, it's like, I look at that, I go, man, that's impressive. How long have you had your channel?
My first, let's see here. My first video that I posted about solar was, let's see here. I'm going back in time. It was five years ago. Let's see here.
Even.
Yep, it was June 13th of 2018. That was my first ever video. That video to this day only has 1,200 views 5 years later. So just to give you an idea, you're going to make some crappy videos at the beginning that aren't going to do anything. It's going to take a while. It was, how many videos did I make until I had like the first one that really went? The first one that like I was like, wow, this one is getting a lot of views is the Enphase versus Solar Edge video. And that one was 4 years ago. So it took me, that was my, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was my 7th video that I had made. And that was the first one that actually kind of popped. And I started actually getting calls. And I realized, oh, this is actually a lead generator. Because initially I just made the videos to send to my own clients that I was trying to close. And I would just be like, hey, like, I know that this concept was kind of confusing. Like, I'd send them the video. I'd be like, hey, just go watch this video in your spare time to learn about it more. And then I'd get in their head more. I'd be like, they'd be focusing on my, they'd be thinking about it. And then I'd close the deal at a higher rate. But then it like accidentally became a lead generator. And I was like, oh crap, this isn't what I thought it was. So yeah.
How many views did you end up getting on that video? Or where's it at now?
42,000 4 years later.
Wow.
Basically, it's not a lot like when you look back, but at the time I was like, oh crap, a video with 1,000 views. Like I've never done that before. So, I mean, getting 100 views on your first video is going to be exciting, because most people will post and they'll see like 3 videos. Like even I was cracking up like the, like that Facebook group, like the roofing and solar sales with like those guys made a YouTube channel and they just like shotgunned like 1 million videos and like they're at like 3 views. Like, so it's, you have to time this stuff out and make it creative and like, and have the thumbnail, have the title, like, you have to understand how YouTube, how the YouTube algorithm works. If your video isn't even getting clicked on, it's going to bury it immediately. If they click on your video because it has a great title and a thumbnail, but then they click off on it in 5 seconds or 10 seconds because they realize the video is crap, like YouTube buries your video. You have to be getting clicked on and then actually being watched, because YouTube's competition is every other platform or anything else in existence that you could be doing other than watching YouTube. And so YouTube's worst nightmare is putting something that's bad and not good quality in front of you. And so the minute it realizes that someone's posted some not great video, you will never be seen. So it's about being ranked in those stats versus your competitor videos of the same category. What are your click-through rates and what is your average watch time? Master the thumbnail, title, and don't be boring where they click off on 10 seconds, and you will beat out everyone else. That's at least what I know about the YouTube algorithm.
Those are great tips, man. Let's talk about timing. What time of the day do you post, or are there specific days that are better than others, certain times of the days, or does that matter at all?
You know what? I don't really think about that stuff too much. I just kind of am so anxious to finally get the video out when it gets out that I just kind of post it whenever. It's usually in the evening time whenever I do it. The YouTube algorithm, it's gonna test out your video for a few days, and so you're gonna cycle through all the times of the day anyways. And so there may be some little, I don't know everything, right? So there could be some like little thing that I don't know about when to post the video when it's better, but it's going to test it out for a few days anyways. And I've had videos that are just kind of chill for like a month, and then all of a sudden the YouTube is like, oh, that video is great, and then it pops, and then like it's showing my video to everyone. So I wouldn't worry about that much. Like, make a good video. Don't worry about that. Make a good video.
Sure. I'm sure there's some hacks out there, and people will tell you, oh, if you post it on 9 a.m. on Saturdays, or, 5 o'clock on Fridays, it'll work, it'll perform better. But ultimately what's going to get it to go is the content that you're producing.
Don't worry about hacks. Don't worry about hacks until you've made like at least 10 videos and you at least know how to do like the basics. Then worry about doing little things later. Just learn how to make a video and upload it first. I would almost argue that you could make the best video in the world and post it on the most shittiest of time, and if it's good, it's going to rank. When the vice versa is, if you make a shitty video but post it at the most optimal time, it might be optimal, but it's going to crash hard instantly and you're not going to get traction. Well, and also when you're playing the YouTube game, you're playing the long-term game. I have people watching videos from 4 or 5 years ago. So it's not like an Instagram story where it's disappearing in 24 hours and it's like you got to post, you're trying to optimize your viewership because like you got this narrow window. You're posting a video and it's there forever until you delete it. So I don't think that really matters too much. Like I said, it matters if you have an interesting title that someone cares about clicking on. Is it an intriguing title? Is the thumbnail worth clicking on? And is the video worth watching? Those are the 3 things.
Perfect. So let's talk about those things, right? You said thumbnail. And for those who don't know what a thumbnail is, you want to go ahead and explain that?
Just the picture of the YouTube video.
So it's when you're scrolling on your phone or on Apple TV or whatever, it's what you see when you're looking at it.
Yeah.
What makes you like, when there seems to be like a trend when you're looking at YouTube videos, right? It's usually someone's face, you'll see some lettering, and all of a sudden you're like, God, some of these things look the same. How do you make
look at mine? I make mine on so I have like a Canva subscription. It's just like a software that I can make just like make graphics a little bit. Yeah. So go click on videos, the videos tab. No, just above. No, above.
Up at the top.
Yeah,
Yep, right there. It does say.
Yeah. So these are all my thumbnails that I've made. So like I'm not even like, like a Photoshopper. I'm not even like that tech savvy, but like Canva, Canva is a really easy to use website. It's a drag and drop. So yeah, I just kind of make, like these myself. I'll maybe take a picture when I'm doing the video. Like I'll do a few still shots and then I'll take that and then I'll use that for the thumbnail. And oh yeah, that's with Joe Ordia right there. I did that at SolarCon like in 2022 with Joe. That's fun.
That very much looks like a YouTube video thumbnail, right? It's got It's got both of you guys on there. It's got the arrow.
Yeah. So that's that. I actually paid someone to make that one for me, so I didn't make that one. So this, so now, no, it's interesting. Yeah. So scroll down again. So like you're going down into the like I didn't have like this is before I learned thumbnails. So you're seeing like they just choose a random clip from the video and then they use that as the thumbnail when you don't choose it yourself. So like this is the difference between having a thumbnail and not. Like this is how many views you get when it's not that interesting, and then you go to a more interesting thumbnail and you start getting a lot more views. So
yeah, you can see this one. It's like it wasn't very many, and then bam, just even you holding up a picture as your
Right.
thumbnail, making a free thumbnail. But it says Tesla versus Generac, 15,000 views right there. Okay, so we talked about the thumbnail. You can make it on Canva. You could do it. You could reach out to somebody on Fiverr. You could have somebody else do it. Invest a little bit yourself.
Yep.
Let's talk about the title and SEO. Okay. So for people who don't know, SEO is search engine optimization. It's what helps people find your content. Do you do all your own copy? Do you come up with the title? Do you use ChatGPT to help you out? Like,
no, I maybe I should learn how to use ChatGPT a little better. When I went and looked on ChatGPT like 6 months ago, it said it didn't have any solar information past like 2022 or something. I was very unimpressed with it. No, I do everything myself because I think, hey, I'm a human being and I know solar better than the computer does. I would like to hope so. And so I like to like there's key. So like, for example, like so the 2024 solar panel comparison video, I've learned over the years that it really helps to have like a lot of the key words in the title. So like if they're searching REC or Tesla or Q cells or Panasonic or SunPower or like whatever other, I can't see the rest of the title right now, so I forget what else I put. But like if they're if they're looking at like, if they're searching for like any of these brands, then like my video is going to more likely come up because I've hit that in the title. So yeah, I've learned that the information at the bottom that doesn't really track too well. It's about the title more when YouTube is trying to help put the right video in front of whatever someone's searching. It's more based off title, not the info that you type. So that's why I like to have, and people like, what's best solar panel? Like if you type in what's the best solar panel, like my video will probably pop up because I have best solar panel comparison, or like there's so many terms that you could search and this title hits it. You could say what's the best solar panel in 2024 and it's going to get it. Like you could say what's better, REC versus Q cells, and like this will pop up. So like you can almost type in anything and it's like the algorithm this is the answer every time.
absolutely. I'm curious. I wonder if the image on the thumbnail itself actually, like if YouTube is reading the lettering on the thumbnail and if that helps out with the algorithm.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I just know that it needs to be interesting and someone needs to be intrigued by it. Like the Powerwall 3 video, like I kind of put a big claim in the title there, to make someone go, "Oh crap, like what do you mean they're going to put people out of business?" So do I think Tesla's going to put everyone out of business? No, Enphase isn't going anywhere, but it's probably going to put a lot of little guys out of business in terms of actually getting their battery to the market and getting contractors actually on their side to install it.
Absolutely. So, all right, I got a couple more questions for you, and then we'll go to the chat because chat's pinging off the hook. And if you guys have questions for Julian, go ahead and throw them in the chat. And then maybe if we have time, I'll throw a couple off or, where you guys can come on and ask them a question. What would you say your top 3-5 tools are that you use that are like absolutely crucial for doing YouTube videos?
Your brain is the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like I don't want to look, the technology is important. You need to have eventually a better camera and all that good stuff. But like initially, like write out something that's interesting. Like, write out something that's intriguing that you truly believe in. Like, even if even if it angers you, like find your inner, like what did that sleazy sales guy do that messed up your sale, right? Like, how did he manipulate your prospect and screwed up your sale? Like, explain that on camera. Like, take real things and explain. So yeah, the brain, I would say, just like your experience and like your knowledge. That's because it's not about like being fancy on the camera. It's about being relatable, trustworthy, and them knowing that you are genuine and actually like you know your stuff. So yeah, I don't know.
So definitely your brain. What about like softwares? You mentioned Canva, right? You mentioned iMovie. Are there any other softwares that you use or tools? Or is that just about it?
That's really it. I mean, I literally do as simple as like screenshotting little Google images and like saving them and putting them in, or screen recording things and just, and then just inputting that into the video. So it's very like low production quality. Like, I'm not doing anything fancy.
And all right, so yeah, so that's it, you guys. It seems pretty freaking simple.
Yeah.
He's not like overcomplicating it. Someone asked about camera. What camera are you using?
I have it's a Sony. Let me go get it. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Okay. As you guys can see, Julian invested heavily into his studio background here, which is awesome. I don't know if you guys can afford the tens of thousands of dollars it takes to set something up like this. No, but this is just what we were talking about, right? Being authentic, keeping it real.
Is a fancy background going to help you sell your system? I don't know.
Exactly. No, 100%. I mean, that's the point.
I literally used this thing right here. Little Sony camera. This thing was like $600-700 at Best Buy. I don't even have like an upgraded lens. I don't even know what model this thing is. Literally. It's like a starter camera. And then I have a Canon too that I kind of stopped using. And then I also have these little mics that are really great. These little Boya mics. So you like put this on the camera and then you wear this one, and it's wireless. So it's like I don't know how they talk to each other, Bluetooth or something. Yeah, so you take the camera and then you just like screw it on top like that. Right.
Perfect. Yeah, and it picks up the mic, and
yeah, it's super easy.
Super simple. I would say even for people, if you guys are like, because I'm guessing that's at least $1,000 camera, maybe even more.
No, it was like $700.
$700.
Yeah, I would actually like go buy a better one than this because it like will overheat after like 30 or 40 minutes sometimes. It's really annoying. So I would actually probably invest like $1,000 into a camera if I was going to do it again.
One thing that I would suggest as a tip for some of you guys, if you guys don't want to spend $700,000 into a camera, literally this thing right here.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal camera.
Yeah, because like, this thing with just like I have just you plug it into the bottom here, that's what picks up the Bluetooth instead of having it on your camera like I just showed you, and then you just wear the mic. And then like the audio is almost more important than the video. People want to, because a lot of the time if you make like a 15-minute explanation video, like half the people are in their car driving anyways. They're not watching you. They're just listening. So having the audio clear, I think, is the most important.
That's a great tip, you guys. And it's about, what you're saying, right? You can look as good as you want, but if you're not delivering high quality content, it truly doesn't matter. So we talked about your camera, talked about your mic, talked about your different tools.
Got a couple questions from the chat, Jarrett.
Yeah, let's do that. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah. And Julian, for everyone on the Zoom, for someone just starting out, right? What would you recommend for someone to just get started on YouTube? Maybe post a first video, maybe the technology behind it, the YouTube page, or maybe even what topic they should do. Any suggestions for someone just starting out?
Choose a topic that you feel really confident in, like you truly like, you know, like you don't want to be like second guessing what you're saying. Like make sure that you first are an expert on the topic, because then you can like the confidence will just drip through you, because and then that, you know, because selling is just a transference, you're transferring confidence really. So if you're confident, then they'll feel that. And so just pick a topic that is intriguing to you personally. Like, because here's the thing, like we all have our own different angles. So like what gets me going, like may not, like I may get on some little technical thing and you may not care about that. So like choose what fires you up and what you're passionate about, and the like your specific hot buttons in the industry.
Right. And we talked about the title, the subject, getting good keywords in there. As far as the video length, I know your videos are anywhere from 12 minutes to 25 minutes. Is there any length that you found that works better?
I mean, for years people were like, why are you posting anything over 30 seconds, short form, short form? I think that it doesn't matter as long as they're continuing to watch the video. If you post a 60-minute video and then the average view is 3 minutes, you're dead in the water anyways. So if you make a 60-minute video and people watch the full 60 minutes, YouTube's gonna push the hell out of that video, because that's 60 minutes of guaranteed time on YouTube for you as the viewer that YouTube wants. So yeah, I mean, I would say make the video as long as you can keep the content quality high. Don't have a bunch of fluff. Don't do the, hey, I had to make my essay 5,000 words, so I had to fill in 3,000 filler words, you know? Make, like, if you can only talk about your topic for 3 minutes, do it for 3 minutes and then be done.
Got it. And do you post your videos on any other platforms, Instagram or Facebook? I don't really think you do too much of that, right? You're focused on YouTube.
I do here and there, but like so here's the thing, like YouTube is like the ocean, right? Everyone, it's a search engine that anyone can find. If you're like posting on Facebook, or now it's one thing if you're playing like the shorts game and you're like, that's different. Yeah, like that's pushing it out into the universe. But like just posting on like your Facebook page or your Instagram page or your story or your TikTok, or I don't know, like if it's a page where it's your friends seeing it or your connections, that's great for like your own little internal, like them knowing what you do. And you may get a few leads from your friends here and there, but like you want to be out in the ocean. You want to be where anyone can find you. So I think YouTube is like the giant that is more effective than.
Definitely. And your longer videos tend to do really well. I know you're playing with some shorts now, and some of your shorts are getting a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 views, but the long form, really detailed videos, some of your comparisons, that's really what does well for you, right?
Yeah, the shorts are just little ads and now you can link your long form video from the short. So it used to be that like there wasn't a link, but now they give you the ability to link your video. So so at the end of the short, it's like, hey, go look at the long form video, and then you know that it's right there. So I'm using it as a little ad to get them to the long form.
Got it. And speaking of linking or an ad, guys, you know, once you make your YouTube, you have your channel, you post your videos, you got your thumbnail keyword, you're recording a video you're putting out there. The next step is to actually try to convert some of those views, right? To try to get those people to contact you. And there's some things that Julian does on his page, whether it's in the description, he'll put his phone number, he'll put his email. In the actual, he's got a form people can fill out down here where the homeowner can fill out their information on a website. That goes to his assistant and his leads. He's working that. The assistant's calling any leads from his videos very quickly. And in the video more now, I know, Julian, in the beginning, you're now saying your phone number. You got it right here on your video. So these are the things, guys, because you can make a great video and get a lot of views, but if they don't have your phone number, your email, a form to fill you out, you're not like Jarrett telling people, smash that like button, subscribe. You know, you got to be calling these things out to actually convert those views into leads to ultimately sell your homeowners is really the key. Any tips or guides around that, Julian?
Yeah, exactly what you said. And I've actually had discussions with other YouTubers like about this, because I've compared my lead call through ratios to other YouTubers, and I found that I'm a lot more effective in actually getting people to call me per 1,000 views or whatever. So I think it is because I give a pretty solidified, quick message reminder of like, hey, free video, watch it. And by the way, when you're ready, like, I'm your guy, call me, and here's all my contact info. And it's funny because like some people, they don't want to call, so they'll email, and some people don't want to email and they'll just do the form. Like everyone has a different preference of how they like to communicate. So I like to give them all the options. If they want to just call me straight up and talk to me, they can do that. If they want to be all behind the scenes, sneaky, hidden, they can fill out the form or whatever, so everyone's different. I like to give everyone the option.
Wonderful. And do you do any specific targeting on YouTube? Do you put, or you just kind of, you got your video, the words, the keywords, and you let the algorithm show it to the right people, right?
Yeah, that's actually why I joined Powur in the first place, was because I had YouTube leads that were not from San Diego or California for the first time. And I was like, I'm just letting business go. And then Chris was like, hey, I recruit a lot of people. Yeah, we sell hopes and dreams, but you actually could really use this thing.
Yeah, I remember. And guys,
he was right. Yeah,
I recruited, it was 3 years ago, guys. I recruited Julian. I met him online, and I had to drip on him and contact him. We actually had a live event, and sure enough, I made a proposal for him to show him what Powur offered, because Julian's been doing solar a long, long time. And so I was able to show him all the value of Powur nationwide, and recruited him 3 years ago. And sure enough, Julian, you've sold over 125 deals with Powur. You were the number 7, I think, sales rep in the nation last year with Powur. And Powur is not even all of your business, because you're nationwide with some other companies as well. So props to you, man.
Thank you, man.
That's awesome.
Trying my best.
Freaking killing it, dude. Another question that somebody asked was about ads and monetization. So like once you get to 1,000 subs, then you can start to monetize and get paid off of your views. Do you get a check from YouTube from all your views and plays, or do you?
You guys are going to laugh at me right now. Can you read that?
Review.
My channel is not monetized, is basically what that says.
Why is that?
It's not enough money to be enticing, and I don't want them to throw a bunch of ads over my videos and mess up the viewership. I make money when someone calls me in and I make $7 grand. I'm not worried about YouTube sending me $100 a month.
No shit.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I was just talking to Julian about that the other day. He maybe could have made 20,000-30,000 from YouTube ads over the last 2 years, but then there'd be more advertisement on his videos. And Julian makes hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars from his leads that he gets on his videos. That's far more valuable than some $1,000 checks from YouTube here and there.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'm being dumb and letting it go, but I don't know. I've just always thought ads kill attention, and I want to prevent, like, because when you start monetizing your channel, now they want to put like 2-3 ads in the through your video. Like, what's more annoying than an ad in the middle of the video? Like, you can maybe deal with one at the beginning, but like in the middle of the video, I'm making a point here, man. I'm selling them. Don't have, it's like someone calling the homeowner in the middle of your meeting, screwing it up.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, some people aren't selling a product. They're actually just producing content to get views, to get ads, and to make money that way. But obviously, man, you got this thing figured out. It's working for you. You're generating how many, last one, and then we'll wrap this up. How many leads at this point do you think that you are getting per month from your YouTube videos?
In April, we did 45. It's not a ton. It used, like, if you would have asked me a year ago before, like, for example, when the NEM 2 rush was happening, we did like 135 deals in 3 months. So like that was insane. But now it's like the market's still building. But I did 45 in April.
We get like 100 calls. It's that week.
Yeah, so like we get more than like the numbers I'm telling you, but like those are like qualified leads. So like I'd say like half the people we just write off and we don't even count. So like we're probably getting twice as many calls. Cody, how many a day do you think we get? How many leads a day?
It's 2 to 3. I mean, it's
2 to
not
3 a
crazy,
day.
but I mean, we're
And they're
we're
hot.
qualifying them. We're qualifying them
Yeah.
before they even go to our consultant.
Yeah, so like it'd be like if you're out knocking doors all day and someone's setting like 3 warm appointments for you, basically. But that's
What's
just happening on autopilot.
What's genius about YouTube videos, guys, you know, a lot of people are out there calling age leads, getting these cold Facebook leads or whatnot. What's genius about Julian and his videos is he's providing value and education. So people are searching him out. He's not searching them out. They're searching him. They're contacting him. That's a completely different ballgame when people are reaching out to you versus you're trying to reach out to them. And so he's getting these warm leads that have already seen his value. They're contacting him because they want him to provide that service. So it's a night and day difference in terms of the lead quality, the conversion ratio, as compared to age leads or Facebook ads or other things that are way colder. So really good advice there.
Yeah, I don't like think of myself as like a master salesman. So I don't trust myself enough to rely on like having my like closing strategy so dialed in. That's too hard, you know, like that's difficult to like, you know, be like the psychology master. Like, you know, when you read all these sales books, like if you're just honest, nice and helpful, like there you go. So like if you can get someone like I make a lot of cheesy dating analogies, but it's like, you know, if the chick likes you, she's gonna do what she, you know, you're gonna say, let's go here, let's go here. Like they're gonna be easily like, yeah, that sounds great. If she doesn't like you, every little request is gonna be like you're tracking, you know, through the sand, you know, it's like there's friction, right? So it's
Resistance.
it's
Yeah.
just like you gotta have your customers trust and like you, and then they'll do what you want. You know, it's like they'll take your advice as genuine advice and not like, oh, this is just some sales guy that's giving me some fancy pressure clothesline. I don't know. Seems easier
Right.
that.
And Sneha asked how many videos you're making these days, Julian, like this year, you know, monthly, are you trying to do 1 video a month, or what's that look like for you?
I want to do way more videos. I just get busy and then I can't. I'm probably like a once a month pace. I want to be like once a week though. I want to replace myself and not sell deals and just make videos all day. But I can't find a closer that can do it like I can. So trying to replace me, but I can't find someone.
That's the next move, man, is to find another Julian Todd-Borden for
Yeah, because if
yourself.
I can just make videos all day, then then it's like game over. Like the amount of real estate that I just own online in terms of solar, like informational real estate, it'll be impossible not to find me. And like then it's just like I'm a big net that's just collecting like a percentage of the whole market. I won't ever be able to do that if I'm just closing all my own deals, but trying to bridge between here and there is the difficult part.
That is the yes, $1 million question, right? Like, how can I close all these deals and generate leads at the same time? You either got to be good at one or the other. If you're closing deals, you're not generating leads. If you're generating leads, you're not closing deals. So finding that balance. No. Hey, Julian, dude, thanks so much for coming on here. I think you've inspired, you know, everybody on this call. I think light bulbs are going off. I don't want you guys to think you got to be a superstar. He did not start off with 10,000 subscribers and getting 45 leads a day. Remember, you know, first video, he put it out there, a couple views. People were like, get a better mic, bro. And so he did. He worked on it. He worked on his craft. It's something that he's committed to. And he's fucking crushing it. So from one small little YouTuber to another, man, right on. I'm super proud of you and all your success, and just keep on crushing it. We went ahead and dropped your channel in the chat. Everybody go ahead and subscribe to his channel. We'll also put it down in the description, right? You got to say that in your YouTube video. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the description down below. Go ahead and click on that, subscribe to his channel. But everybody show him some love in the chat. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you coming on.
If anyone has any questions, you can call, email, whatever. We can, my contact info is everywhere. So if you have any questions, just reach out.
All you got to do is like literally search a solar question on YouTube and you're going to find Julian. So
Yeah, I literally said like 3 years ago, like like my goal is to if you go online and look for solar, like I want to be someone that you see every time. That's the goal.
mission accomplished, bro. Well, thanks again, man. We're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Appreciate everybody coming on here, and we will see you next week on Powur Hitters Training. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this episode. If you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening. You can also follow me on the socials, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. All those links will be listed below. Now, if you're looking to get started on the path to selling solar virtually, look no further than Powur. Powur is a decentralized solar platform that gives you the ability to sell 100% virtually in 25 plus states and growing. Their platform gives you the advantage to offer your clients a variety of different panels, inverters, roofs, batteries, and even EV chargers. Brands include Enphase, SolarEdge, Tesla, Franklin, and Span Smart Panels. Powur offers multiple zero-down financing options, including loans, PPAs, and leases. And with their revolutionary cost of goods sold model, 5 different streams of income, and world-class training, there is nothing else like it in the solar industry. If you're looking to get started, go to powur.com. That's POWUR.com/virtual solar pro/join and start selling solar virtually today.